What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for the 15th expansion pack episode of the Switch It Up Show. Today, our friend Glenn and I, at Trav, are going to be bringing you all things Nintendo Switch. Our friend Glenn, how you been?
I'm doing well, man. I hope you... I can sense the energy in your voice, and you, my friend, I promise you're going to need it, because this is a jam-packed episode from start to finish, from top to bottom, from side to side. We are splitting with the itch for the Switch.
As we say, ladies and gentlemen, it's an expansion-packed episode for sure today, so we're going to roll right into it. Let's go into... Oh, no, we can't. We can't even. I'm watching my man here. He's just jamming right out to our feet. Let that roll, man. Beautiful. Love it. Anamanaguchi is the artist. Check it out in the show notes. No, that's not the artist.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I'm still jamming. Yeah, it's in the. It's definitely.
I'm watching you shake, rattle, and roll over here.
Oh, sorry, sorry for my good times.
It's got to be because we're getting into our inventory, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's what we're playing this week on the Switch. And me, myself, I am playing all kinds of Splatoon. I recently participated in my first Splatfest.
Yeah, man.
I loved it. I thought it was cool. I chose Team Flight.
Boo.
That's the power I want always.
Boo.
Well, it was flight and invisibility. You were like, I could steal stuff.
Yeah, man, I gotta be invisibility. It just sounds awesome. I mean,
I've seen Hollow Man. I love that.
Oh man,
I want to be Kevin.
Oh, it's a good movie. He's a bad guy in that one, but it's a good movie.
God, Kevin Bacon. So I've been loving that. I'm still doing Sega. You know, I'm still doing it. I love it. My boy recently got me back into it. Not that I ever really fell out of it, but I'm super in still. And I was playing a lot of the game that I'm going to be reviewing a little later, so I don't want to get too much into that. What about you?
So I'm right along there with you, sir. I also got a little bit of the last Splatfest. I chose Team Invisibility, and we were definitely defeated by Team Flight. I thought we would be.
You already know.
But with the last Splatfest, it was what was it? Something versus ketchup. It was mayonnaise versus ketchup, and ketchup lost to mayonnaise. So, which was shocking.
I don't know how.
To me. So I thought, I'm like, it would be cool to be invisible. So maybe I'll get the upset. So I went with it. But the cool thing about the Splatfest is even if you lose, you still get stuff. So like I can appreciate that. I'm also still getting myself back into a little bit of Sonic Mania. Love that game. Super classic. I love the whole 2D thing. Having a great time, man. To be able to I'm like taking my time as I go through it though. Like kind of like soaking
Sonic Mania.
Yeah, kind of like soaking in like each level. I feel like I'm exploring it more than playing it.
A little bit.
But it's
fun to have that soundtrack going again. You know, it's really cool to be playing a great Sonic game again. So I feel like I don't want it to end. If you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you're not, you should be. But you know that we are playing Sonic Mania. We're doing a playthrough with me, Basic Boy Gaming. I'm your dude, Seth Trav, doing that. Get there, subscribe. YouTube, Preach Network.
All the things. But yeah, man, I'm also playing another game, but we'll get into that a little bit later. We got some other stuff that we got to get to.
You got a lot of stuff we got to get to, my man, because we're going into potent power-ups.
We certainly are, man. Potent Power-Ups is our little news segment. We have a couple things that I would like to discuss with you, the listener. I was going to say the viewer, but you're not really watching. Not this time. This week, got a couple good things to touch on. One of them is that it's actually been confirmed that Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 is coming in a collection to the Nintendo Switch. Now, this was rumored a while ago, but it actually got confirmed and has a date of 11/28. It's going to be physical and digital. So I'm super excited about that.
Love it.
Yeah, man. I think it's going to be $39.99. So that Amazon 20% off pre-order discount is going to bring that to, I think, like $31.99. So, hey, man, like I'm totally in. I've not played the Revelations Resident Evil games. Have you?
I have not, but I do watch the Best Friends play, and they mention a lot of what goes on in Resident Evil 7 seems to have implications from the Revelations series. So it's definitely something I'm excited to check out, and I feel like a game like that on the Switch is just going to be gangbusters, my dude.
Yeah, man.
Complete gangbusters.
I'm all about like horror games coming out on the Switch, and I have not played the Revelation games either. I've always been like meaning to get them. You know, when they first came out, and then like when they got remastered, I think on PS4, and I just kind of held off, and I'm super glad I did, because right now, like if I'm gonna buy a game, I really want it to be for the Switch. I want to be able to have that portability aspect, kind of just be able to pick it up and go, play in bed, play on a big screen. So like the Switch is like, you know, scratching all the itches for me. I'm loving that rhyme, but whatever, love it. And then one thing that's not on the list here that actually pretty new, just within the last like day or so, it was actually announced that LA Noire is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch from Rockstar Games, and it's going to cost $39.99, the same as it will on the other consoles when it comes out. So I'm super excited about playing LA Noire. I never finished it on the PS3, and it's an awesome game. And to get a game from Rockstar, like if you're going to get like, that's like people were always wondering, like, would we ever get Grand Theft Auto on the Nintendo console? Like, this is a step closer to that. So, quite possibly, man. And LA Noire is a great game, so.
Yeah. Tons of versions.
Yeah, like a bunch of different ones.
Tons of versions of this one.
And that's going to be sometime in November. I don't know if they have a hard release date set for that yet. But I think it's just awesome that, like, you know, we went, like, it's the game. Console hasn't even been out a year yet, and we just got like all this third party like support and love from like all like the biggest companies. So I think it's very good. The Switch is in a super good spot.
Speaking of news, man, I guess this kind of goes with that. I read an article recently that Nintendo was completely baffled at how many Switches they have sold. They didn't plan on this at all, according to the COO. So I think that's pretty interesting that they were like, we didn't even think we would be this popular. This is wild.
Yeah, I feel like it's that they have this problem like with every product that they have. Oh
yeah, this is the NES Classic, man. My God.
And there have already been they already said the other day that they don't know if they're going to be able to meet holiday demand. So, you know, as a stockholder, this makes me super happy. But you know,
well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you know we did get one. We got an SNES Classic coming at you. Be sure to subscribe to that YouTube channel because we're going to play through Star Fox 2, first time ever. That game is getting released. By those 6 dudes who made it years and years ago.
I'm excited. I don't know anything about it.
I'm super excited. But my dude, tell me a little something about what you know about. I believe it's new releases this week.
Over here on Press Continue, talking about all the newest releases. And go ahead, if you're not sitting down, go ahead and do so, because we're going to be throwing a billion different things at you. And we're going to go ahead and start it off with a classic game, Double Dragon 4. I'm sure you've played Double Dragon on Nintendo, man, right?
Oh, Lord knows.
That's one of the like classics.
Double Dragon versus Battletoads.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a super expensive game too.
That was the game.
If you still have it, it is $7.99 out in the eShop right now. Excuse me, $6.99, $7. So I feel like that's even better, and it's just a new entry into the classic franchise. I think that price point is spot on. Double Dragon is fun, man. It looks exactly like this game could be running on an NES, and it looks like just to be a new entry in Double Dragon. So for $7, man, yes.
Dude, I feel like I have to get it. And is there online support?
There is not. It doesn't look like there is online support. There is a versus though, so it looks like you can play with 2 people like on the couch at the same time.
You can't be with somebody, right? Like, you can go through the story with somebody on the couch.
Yeah, and there's it says there's a versus mode, a tower mode, and more, and playable enemy characters. So it should be pretty cool. I'm excited for it, man. I'm definitely going to pick that up, for sure.
Yeah.
The next game that's coming out is Lickspear Double Spear Edition. This is $9.99. It says Lickspear is an action arcade light spear throwing simulator based in an ancient dramatic future. Exclusive Nintendo Switch co-op mode for 2 players included. It says in a land filmed with penguins, penguin Vikings, worst zombies, and hipster ice giants, survival is an art. Fortunately, an ancient champion with an elegant weapon has been summoned to please the gods and restore balance to the universe. It looks like you are throwing a lightsaber like javelin as you go through this like what looks like to be like a hand-drawn like cel-shaded side-scrolling game.
How have I not heard about this game?
It looks kind of crazy. The art looks kind of crazy. But, you know, if you like that type of, like, hand-drawn, cel-shaded graphics, this might be something you want to check out.
Lord knows.
it looks pretty neat. It looks definitely a little bbit different. 2 players. This is another side-by-side game where 2 people can play. So that's cool. Love to see like that old school co-op coming back. So $9.99. Go ahead and check that out. Next, sorry guys, we got a lot to get through. You're gonna hear this music loop, and there's nothing I can do about it. The next game that's coming out is a little pricier. It's gonna be Neurovoider. This is $13.99 on the Switch, and this is this one actually looks really cool. This is a futuristic twin-stick shooter role-playing game. It says may include explosions. Neurovoider is a twin-stick shooter RPG set in a cyber-futuristic world about brains shooting around evil robots with nuclear rocket launchers. Battle through the horde of vigilant robots, boost your character with the smoking remains of your victims, and defeat the master Neurovoider to end this eternal war. Play it co-op with up to 4 people, or go alone in an adventure of hack-and-slash rampage with a pinch of roguelite and some permadeath. So sounds pretty intense. It's definitely like retro style graphics, which I feel like so many games have now. Looks like there are some top-down sections as well as some side-scrolling as well, and it's got the whole role-playing like upgrade element to it. There's a lot going on here. If you are into like the futuristic, like shoot 'em up, and maybe even like the role-playing type thing, Neurovoider might be up your alley. A few episodes back, we reviewed a game, I believe it was called Ironcast.
Yeah, buddy.
And this seems like a spacier, more retro version of that. A little bit different, but if you liked Ironcast, go ahead and check out Neurovoider. They have some things in common, especially what looks like the upgrade part. So they might be fun. The next one is going to be Physical Contact 2048. I've never played any of the 2048 games. So like, remember that like math craze that was like super popular on the iPhone, where it's like the cubes and it's like a math puzzle? You remember that, Mr. Trav? Well, if you want to play it on the Switch, you certainly can. This Physical Contact series, the game I'm going to be reviewing once we get to it is Physical Contact Speed. So this is by the same developer. This game is $4.99. If you like 2048, check this out. I'm sure there's more to it because they tweak it a little bit, but since we have so much to get through, I'm just giving you a little bit for each one. And then the next game we're going to be talking about is The Bridge, but Mr. Trav, I'm going to leave that for you when we get to it, because I don't want to spoil anything for the people.
Sounds good, man.
Two more. We're almost there. Next is actually going to be, this one we're going to talk about on a future episode. It is RBI Baseball 2017. RBI Baseball is like a franchise that kind of came back from like the grave recently. It used to be on like a lot of the retro consoles, and now it is back with a vengeance. I'm excited to check this out. I do like baseball.
Me too, man.
And I like baseball games, so but I never really have like the time to sit down and play like the show on PS4. And RBI Baseball seems like it's a little bit more of a like easier to play. They brag that you can play a 9-inning game in under 20 minutes. And you can play.
We'll see.
It says you can play season, postseason, and exhibition mode. So it seems cool. I'm excited to check it out. Listen for it on an upcoming episode. And for the last game this week, hey, you know what? This is a good problem to have, because there was a while where we got a game drought, and now we are just.
That's true.
We're just like swimming in games.
At the seams.
Yeah, man. And then lastly is Lego Worlds. Lego Worlds is $29.99 if you buy it on the eShop, and Lego Worlds is an open environment of procedurally generated worlds made entirely of Lego bricks, which you can freely manipulate and dynamically populate with Lego models. Create anything you can imagine one brick at a time, or use large-scale landscaping tools to create vast mountain ranges and dot your world with tropical islands. People say it is not quite like Minecraft. It's more like you're playing with digital Legos, and you can explore the world that you create. It seems neat. Okay. It seems like if you always wanted to get into Minecraft but needed a little help on the creativity, or just didn't even have the time, like you see some of the videos that people make when they they're like, we recreated Westeros in Minecraft, and it's ridiculous the detail that some of these things, like it's almost like an art form in a way. And
I agree with that.
Like it's like crazy. Like, how do you like come up with this and design and make these things? So this seems like a simpler version of that. So maybe if you just want to dip your foot in the Minecraft world, this thing might be cool to check out. $29.99 on the eShop. The physical version is $39.99. Go ahead, check it out. Let us know what you think. If you have the game, reach out to us over on Twitter at SwitchItUpShow. We would love to talk to you.
Please do. Please do. Let us know what you think about all the good stuff, especially these things, because we're about to hit our review segment called Let's Play, ladies and gentlemen. And today, we're going on about two great games. First one's up. It's a game that's coming out this week. It's called The Bridge, ladies and gentlemen. It is a puzzle game, and you know I love my puzzle games. You think it's a little basic, but it's not. It's essentially, and actually it is, it's you playing as MC Escher, the classic artiste, sketchist, painter, Renaissance man, I'd say.
Sure.
MC Escher. A theorist, perhaps, philosopher. He did all those trippy, like, you don't know, like, the perspective of, like, how the water is going, and the one with all the, like, stairs.
There it is. I know the one. Of course I know the one.
Crazy stairs.
Yeah.
Talking about crazy stairs. So what you do is you have to puzzle your way through all of MC Escher's works, and as you do it, you get these little, like, creepy asides to his life, I guess. It leaves you feeling a little vexed.
Ooh.
Graphically, it's great. It does a neat little gimmick on the Switch where you can use the motion of the Switch and actually twist the device around if you're holding it. Which you can choose to do that, or you can just use the bumpers. If you use the bumpers, it feels a little easy. But if you're actually like twisting it around and twisting your Switch, you know, I can't think of a synonym for twist here. I'm gonna shout about it. It's interesting. It's more difficult that way. I didn't do that. I couldn't do that. For a gimmick, it's cool. For a puzzle game, it's deep. I give it a 4 out of 5.
Awesome, man. I didn't realize it was like tied to the world of MC Escher.
Oh yeah, it's an entire like trip through all of his artwork.
That's really cool, man. It's like there's like a little bit of education piece in that as well.
There is, and like I said, it's really interesting because they do a lot of those things where it's like shadows on walls you have to pay attention to, and you have to like pay attention to how these ropes are strung across things to really understand like where this key is going to fall, so that way you can grab it or yourself. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Very deep. Very fun.
All right, cool, man.
I definitely would suggest picking it up.
You had a good. How much is it offhand? You know?
Oh God, I didn't look.
All right, no problem. I'll tell you what. Let me go on about my game. Maybe you can give me an update because you got me interested. I think I might go ahead and grab that. The next thing I'm talking about, I mentioned the developer earlier. This game is Physical Contact Speed. It is out in the eShop right now. You can pick it up. It is $4.99, and your game might be like super deep. My game is absolutely not in any way, shape, or form deep. It is extremely basic, but you know what? That is not a problem because I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I had a good time with this game, and it is pretty addictive. Basically, first of all, I don't understand the naming contest, like the naming scheme of this game. Why they like name everything Physical Contact and then like 2048 or Physical Contact Speed. I have no idea. Like 2048.
Make physical contact?
No, you don't make physical contact.
Never once.
No, I mean, I guess you could. This one does support 2 players, so I guess you could like make physical contact with whoever you're playing the game with. But
did you use the touch screen?
Can you touch the screen? I'm not offhand. I'm not really sure. But
is that the physical contact you're supposed to be making?
No, you don't need to make physical contact. Anyway, let me get there. So Physical Contact Speed is actually solitaire. Okay, and what? Yeah, it's solitaire, but against either a computer or another person. And how it works is you are given, you're dealt like 4 cards, right? And then your opponent is dealt 4 cards, and each person plays face up. And in the middle there are 2 cards laid down like face up. So like, you know how solitaire works, right? Like you're playing basically like if there's an 8 and a 9, you're putting down like a 7, a 6, a 5, like under the 8. To try to get all the way down to 1, and then you're picking up that pile and putting it on another number. You're basically just trying to get rid of all the cards in your hand.
That's solitaire, yeah.
That's solitaire. But on this, you're playing against somebody else. So the 2 cards in the middle are shared. And like, so there's like a 7 in the middle and an 8. And you can play up or down. So if there's an 8, I can play a 9 or I can play a 7. And I'm basically just doing the same thing, trying to get through my hand before the other person across from me gets through theirs. And if
feels a little like a 4D solitaire.
Yeah, and if nobody plays a card for a few seconds, the game will all of a sudden like redeal the cards that are in the middle. So like it's constantly constantly moving, and you can adjust the difficulty as well. But it's strange because there's no instructions in this. Even in the description of the game, it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, there's no instruction part, and in the description of the game, it doesn't tell you anything about like what the game, like how to play the game. It says
It's just like go.
All it says it says it is a game series where 2 people can play against one device. If you play with your body in close contact, the match will be more fun. Any 2 partners can play, including parents, friends, lover, etc. Anything is suitable. Because it is simple and rules that everyone knows, you can start the game immediately on the spot. Let me tell you something. I know how to play solitaire. I know a lot of different card games. It took me a while to figure out that this game is actually solitaire. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
I think it's because you weren't playing with your lover.
Yeah,
you needed to be with your lover.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. That's the official description in the eShop.
Okay.
So weirdness aside, the game is fun, man. I think like I had a good time with it. It's $4.99. I would pay $4.99 for it.
Okay. I do have an update for you. The price of the bridge is $9.99. Now I would tell you, because now we have a base level of pricing, and it's $7.99 for Double Dragon.
Okay.
Okay. At $9.99 for the bridge, I wouldn't do it.
Ooh.
But if you have the kind of financial stability to throw down $10
whoa
for the bridge, because it's like what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do Double Dragon or are you gonna do the bridge? I played the bridge, and I'm still telling you I would want to probably spend my money on Double Dragon because that's a Double Dragon name.
I mean, I hear you, but like knowing what Double Dragon is about and what the bridge is about, I feel like I'd probably buy the bridge first. I'm more interested. Yeah, that sounds cool, man. You're like the whole exploring the MC Escher world sounds a lot of fun.
Dude, it really is. It's very interesting. The art style, the music, it really gets you there. That's why I give it a 4.
Yeah, man. I'm at the same point for physical contact speed. I had a good time with it. It's $4.99. I think it's worth it. If you like solitaire and you want like a faster paced one with some twists, this is cool. I had a good time.
I love it.
Time, man.
Love it, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, this, of course, has been the Switch It Up Show. I have been your host, at Seth Trav. He has been our friend, Glenn. He is at From the Crib. And from all of us here, ladies and gentlemen, we want to always tell you that if things ever start to get boring, you can always switch it up.